Monster RX93.1 presents All Out, your daily morning pick-me-up. All out hits, all out celebrity interviews, all out sports and showbiz news. Your hosts, Rico and Karla Aguas.
We're being heard live over Monster RX93.1 here in Manila. You're watching us over Facebook.com/RX931, BT 105.9 in Cebu, and 99.5, BT 99.5 over in Davao. How you guys doing, ladies and gentlemen? Wait no longer. She works hard. She is everywhere. Every post of hers drives you crazy. Ladies and gentlemen.
I can see her already, just like she's going, what?
Yeah, right? From, ano ba? Kamusta ba ang halaman? All that and more. Please welcome on the show. Give it up for the one and only Nadine Lustre.
Oh, what an intro. What intros, Rico.
He has the most unique
I know, but
intro, right?
every time I'm on the show, it's always like a reaction when he's introducing me. It's like, what?
Okay, Nadine, imagine if you enter a club or you enter a place and you have us hyping you every time. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome. Good morning.
What? Sorry?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. I'm super good. I'm actually enjoying this lockdown because I get to do a lot of stuff that I haven't done in a long time. You know, just like cleaning up. Dude, I've been Marie Kondoing my place like every single day. Hey, it's healthy.
I feel you. That's what everyone's trying to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're on like week. God only knows what week now.
I don't even know. I've lost track of time, to be honest.
I think it's the fifth week already of all of this, and you know, you girls are doing great. You two are doing great. You know, whatever you guys are up to, because I haven't seen both of you guys in quite a while. So yeah, doing great. So
but what's your routine been like, Nadine? Because everybody has a different routine now. You know, like some people are waking up later, some people are sleeping in the wee hours of the morning. Can you describe to us what your days have been like, basically?
Yeah, well, okay. So I wake up like 5 or 6 a.m. because of my dog. So he wakes me up in the morning. He just barges in my room and starts licking my face. So I wake up and then I don't get to go back to sleep anymore. That's every day. That's every single day. And then I wake up, I work out, and then have breakfast and then do whatever like I need to do for the rest of the day. Like sometimes, you know, because I have an online shop. I have a Depop account where I sell, you know, things that I don't really use anymore, things that I want to let go of. So sometimes I take photos of the stuff that I want to sell. Sometimes I write. I chill in the patio. I chill on the patio and then I write stuff, songs, or you know, watch TV. Because I really love watching movies. So that's one of the things that I've been doing a lot. I've been watching like movies that I haven't seen before, like a lot of old actually, like a lot of old movies, like 90s, 80s movies sometimes. But yeah.
what's your favorite so far out of all the films?
Oh my God. I just watched Mr. Nobody the other night. Jared Leto.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen
Never seen that. No.
You should watch it. You know, that movie has the most like quotable quotes. But the favorite one, I really wrote it down because it's like I can use it. Where is it? I'm gonna find. Okay, here. So one of the quotes that one of the lines in the movie, he says, "Every path is the right path. Everything could have been anything else, and it would have just as much meaning."
Yeah.
Wait.
It could have been anything else, and it would have just as much meaning. So it's like you should watch it. No, you should watch it. It's so good. I swear, it's so good. After watching the movie, like I was crying for I think 30 minutes, just trying to process the movie. I swear, you need to watch it.
You know, this is what I love about her. She becomes so profound, bigla, and she hits you with like something, and you're just like,
it's still early. Wait lang, maaga pa.
yeah, it's 11:07, and I already feel so attacked. Thanks, Nadine. Good time. But girl, you wake up at like 5 or 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
That's insane. Mom, what time do you sleep?
I sleep, but sometimes latest would be 11 or 10. Last night I fell asleep like 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Today I woke up like 6:10, something like that.
Okay. That's not so bad. I mean, you still get your solid hours, no?
Yeah, but I love it though. I love it because I get to do a lot of stuff during the day.
Yeah.
You
That's
do-
good, especially because you're so busy usually, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm loving it.
How about
Nice.
you, Rico? Go.
You do all the cooking there at home? You do all that?
Sometimes my brother is also a good cook, so most of the time he's the one cooking. But because I get lazy most of the time, so he's the one who cooks the steak. He's really good. I don't know how he does that. Like he's just experiments. Like he's like, I kind of want nachos, but with like all these other stuff in it. I'm like, how do you? It's like he knows how it tastes like when all these ingredients are put in together.
Mm-hmm.
But so he just has that skill. I don't know. He's so weird.
Brother got game.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's your brother's cooking skills. What have
Yeah.
you cooked or what have you mastered? Because you know how like everyone's a master chef now, or they're like, girl, I can make this one thing like so well now. What can you do, girl?
Well, what was the last thing that I did? What was the craziest? Dessert, ice cream. No, this is like one of the things that I'm kind of proud of. I mean, it's a simple, it's a really simple recipe, but I just thought of it and I was like imagining how it would taste like all together. So it's vanilla ice cream, and then I learned how to make caramel,
Ooh.
wasabi, and then meringue, all put together. And it's like really good. Imagine like ice cream,
Hold on.
wasabi on the side.
Yeah, it's like
Right? So like, but it's so good. I mean, my brother enjoyed it, so so it must be really good.
Well, I mean, he's stuck with you, but I digress. No, I'm just kidding. That's not
Wasabi.
though.
noted.
Yeah, I love.
Go ahead, sorry.
Go. No, go.
It's nice that we get to experiment with a lot of things now. Kasi nga, like we're not really doing anything, but with the cooking, I wish I could start baking. I'm working on something kasi that's why I can't really dive into it yet. But yeah, hopefully soon I get to learn how to bake na.
What's the clue? Is there a clue there? What you're working on? Rhymes with?
I can't think of. Wait lang.
Maaga.
I can't think. Wait lang. It rhymes with.
Take note na.
Wait, you know what this is? Why don't you rhyme it?
It's like, okay, so you're working on an album. We all
Yeah.
know that. You're about to drop it. You did mention about, since, Stay Up, since No 3-2, since,
Stay
You
up.
know-
Also.
Hey.
good.
First of all, there's still awesome songs, okay? Like, we will always support
Love.
you when it comes to your music. So, the fact that you've been teasing things online, it's just like, stop, girl. Just stop the teasing and just give it to us. But talk to us about that. Like Rico said, you've been working on music. What exactly have you been up to?
I have been writing a lot, and I'm working close with one of my producers. I'm not sure if I'm sure a lot of the fans know him, Calvin Keith. He's so young, but he's so talented. Like, we're always like writing together, not really together physically, but like he sends me a beat and then we just start writing to it, and then we throw ideas, and then like we wrote a lot already. I'm not gonna say how many, but we wrote quite a lot already.
Oh my gosh.
And how much of Nadine is in the lyrics? We
Me?
know, yeah. How much of is it fantasy, or is it like reality, Nadine, that you're gonna hear it and you're gonna feel, this and that?
No, it's the album. Most of the songs I wrote, so it's about like personal stuff. But there's also one song there that I kind of like enjoyed writing because it's not about me.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm gonna say it now because like I'm actually worried that if we, like there are lyrics there na parang if I upload it, if we upload the lyrics, people might not understand why this word is spelled this way, or why there are words there that like you can't understand, but you will only understand the song if you like Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad. That's a fun it has a fun backstory.
Can you give us an exclusive listen to like a part of just one at a time? We don't want to hear the whole thing. One at a time. Then we'll get to some fan questions.
Wait, do you want me to sing it or do you want to hear the demo?
No, we want to hear it.
Yeah. We want to hear you sing. What are you even talking about?
Wait lang. Don't get mad. Wait lang.
I'm already like pumped. Don't you see? Like I'm ready. Let's go, Nadine.
Lyric. Ano ba yan? Ang aga-aga na tense ako sa inyo.
Kulit ng dalawang DJ na to, no? Diba? Here we go.
Okay. Okay, here it is. Ready?
Yes.
What's the title?
It's called Complicated Love.
Okay.
Ready?
Okay. This is the verse of the song. I'm so nervous because this is the first time I'm doing this,
I'm so excited.
I just can't help it. I don't wanna be with no one else. But when I'm with you, I'm not myself. I'm sick of the tension. Starting the drama, pick a fight. But after all the shit, you're always right. Okay, hanggang dun lang.
Oh my God.
Din. Ramdaman namin yun. 500 comments yun, no? Dami, Karla.
First of all, it's so hard for me to flash the comments because people just keep going crazy. And I'm just like, okay, guys, wait lang ha. Like, I feel you, I'm with you. But it's like, wait. Hoy, ang hirap nito ha. If we switch places and you saw, you'd be like, oh my God. It's like, okay, wait. Going back, the last time we saw you was when you surprised Kiana for our guesting with her, right? And you were actually saying that Kiana was one of your inspirations to write more. Because I remember even when you hung out with us before in the booth, you were saying one of your, not necessarily struggles, but something that you feel challenged with is writing music, right? Because you never really thought like it was something that you could do full on like by yourself. What changed, Nadine? Like what made you decide that I'm gonna do this? I'm gonna write songs.
I just stopped doubting myself because before it's always like, I every time I get intimidated when I think about words. Like I always believe that I'm just good when it comes to visuals, but when it comes to like writing, I wasn't really sure how, if I was good or if my writing makes sense or anything. I never explored writing before. So when I started, the first song kasi that I ever finished was I Like It. It's in the Careless mixtape, the first one.
Mm-hmm.
So when I finished writing that song and I let all the others listen to it, I sang it to them. And they were like, this is really good. I mean, especially Brett, you know how Brett gets excited when he hears something that's actually good and that he likes. He was really like vibing to it. He was like, yo, you should write more. And then from then on, I just, I would write like short, like poems or like about my dreams or just something. Like every day I would start writing like short stuff lang. Not really songs, but I would practice. Or sometimes I would read, yung mga books here. But yeah, I guess a lot of people are just telling me to keep doing it and to not be afraid of words, because I've always been afraid of words. And then it's hard for me to express my emotions because my mouth is, even while talking, like while explaining myself or when I'm in a conversation, my mouth is faster than my head.
Mm.
Most of the time. No, that's me most of the time. So it's hard for me to express how I really feel. Like sometimes like I'd rather not say anything na lang kasi I don't know how to put it out there. But I'm learning a lot. I've been listening to a lot of music, taking down notes, getting inspired, and it helped a lot. It also helps if you're working with a producer who is the same, what do you call it, who vibes the same as you. Because with Calvin, I loved working with him because we're in the same headspace. Although he's really young, I think he's 21 or 22 years old, very young. He just started. He released a couple of songs, but he's leaning more into producing for now. But yeah, when he writes and he sends me the lyrics, it's like, dude, like you just read my mind. Like, how do you know that this is what I want to say? It helps you to have all these people who understand you. Because I don't know, like my friends know how to finish my sentences. So when I talk and when I explain to them what I'm feeling, kunyari, let's say about things about my brother. I have one song in the album that's about my brother, and then this is naman. I've worked with Marcus Davis naman. I'm sure Rico, I'm sure you know him.
Of course.
Yeah.
Marcus Davis, yeah. So he helped write that song. And then I was gonna say the title, pero wag na lang. Secret muna.
Secret muna.
Spoiling stuff kasi, but anyway,
Pero may
also
sample naman, no? Mamaya, may sample naman ng song.
Yeah.
Yun na.
Okay, and then
it helps that there are people who understand how you think.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are things that you don't know how to say, or there are things that you don't know how to express that they can express for you, or that they can like, but they can explain it to you for you.
What's the song?
Making any sense?
Yeah, it's making sense.
You're making sense. You are. We get you. What I love is that it's so easy for you and for the rest of Careless as well. You guys can tap like really established big names. You can tap people who have been in the industry for so long. But I love how you decided to work with someone, like you said, who is so young and really just started like focusing on producing music, and at the same time you guys vibe. That's amazing, because that's so rare as well, right? When you really think about it,
and it's hard to find something like that. The story naman, the song that I sampled kanina, that we wrote that together. Okay, I'll tell you the story na, fine, because I love the both of you. So what happened was, I think this was late last year. I was watching Breaking Bad, and then it was like a week long of watching Breaking Bad lang, nothing else. So you know how like everything is so fresh. Everything that happened in the show is so fresh in my head. So I was watching Breaking Bad. Calvin arrives, and like he was like showing us like stuff, beats, and all that. And then he plays this one song, Complicated Love. He plays the beat, and I was like, "Yo, can you give me that beat?" And then he gave it to me, sent it to me, and then after like, I think 20 minutes, I finished writing a verse. I was like, because it's crazy how I've doubted myself when it comes to writing before. Like I tried so hard to find beats on YouTube to write to. It's always been so hard. Like I'm not inspired. I can't write to it. But this kid shows up and sends me like different beats, and for some weird reason, it just like flows. Like everything that I want, it just starts flowing. So you really have to find the right people to work with. I feel.
Do you find that when it comes to it, like you were mentioning earlier, working about a song about your brother, was it hard writing the song and also recording the song?
It was hard recording the song. It's hard like practicing the song. I can't I spent more time trying to stop myself from crying than actually practicing.
Aww.
And what was your inspiration? Where'd you get the strength to finish the song?
Um, it was actually me and Marcus working on the song. So Marcus, kasi you know him, like he's great, he's amazing, man. So we before this whole like shebang happened, before the lockdown happened, we had a chat. We had a long chat. We talked about what happened. Well, obviously, because he was head spearing the album, the project. So
Mm-hmm.
I had to like tell him everything that happened with my life, like everything that I want to write about, how I'm feeling right now, what I want for this album, what I want to achieve, all that. So yeah, and I told him the story about my brother, and then the next day he just starts texting me. He's like, "Yo, I thought of a good idea for the song for your brother," and from then on, he just like finished the song already
Mhm.
so quick.
Wow.
Yeah, he's Marcus Davis. He's the best.
True that. True that. Hey.
No, but I love this, Nadine, because if there's one thing we realize every single time we hang out with you, it's that you always find ways to really just discover more about yourself, and you really try to push yourself in every avenue that you can, and it's always different every single time. Like I remember, Rico, remember when she was promoting Indak, and she was talking about how choreographed dancing and group dancing was something totally different from what you were used to, because from what you were used to performing. And then you spoke to us before about how writing songs was something that always scared you. And then here you are, all of a sudden you're all these tracks. It's like
Full
It's
body
just
of work, right?
This is about like believing in yourself and really trying. Kasi I would always tell myself na I'm gonna try writing today. Tapos I end up not writing kasi before I even do it, I already start doubting myself. I'm always like I can't, not even trying yet. Wala pa, hindi pa nagsisimula. I'm not looking for a beat. I'm not diving in yet. Wala pa. I already start doubting myself. So yun lang, I think that's what I learned lang talaga. Like if there's something that scares you or that is hard for you to do, wag mo, like don't scare, like don't, what do you call it? Don't start doubting yourself before you actually do it. Try it first, because you'll never know. You might discover a lot of new things about yourself. Yeah.
Thank you, Sensei. Thank you, Jedi Master.
Self-discovery, Nadine. Karla, if you got to catch one of the things that we have come to post, is that there was a video of you at the gym doing a pshum pshum pshum.
Oh my god, yeah. I miss doing that.
Okay.
I miss it. That was really fun though.
Can you tell us about that journey of your action stardom?
My less than a month action stardom. No, it was really fun. It was something that I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to be in an action project, in an action film. So when they picked me that project, like I didn't think twice about it. And I was like, okay, let's do it. The training was really fun, but it was this happened, so it had to be pushed to the side for now. But I really enjoyed it. Like I for at least for a while, I really felt like I was an action star.
Aww.
Is it something that you see yourself doing, like the next roles that you would take in?
Yes, definitely. Yes. Like I want it. I really want, aside from like doing music, what I really wanted to do is that. So like, action projects, just give it all to me. I want it. I want to do it.
Okay, you heard it here. To all the film producers, directors, writers, I mean, we're all stuck at home. You're probably watching this. Put Nadine at the top of your list, okay? So when 2020 is over, Pandora takes your box back. Like, we'll get to that. But Nadine, like, especially now with ECQ, I love how you're saying, like, I love it. Like, I'm thriving. Like, I'm actually enjoying this time. Yeah. But I'm sure there are days when you wake up and you don't feel good, right? I mean, that's just like a natural thing that everybody has. But like, especially for you, now that you're writing music and you're creating art, where do you find the inspiration or the drive to create these things? Because especially for those in the creative field, it can be really hard. Like, this is your block, this is your writer's block, because there's really nothing. You can't go outside. You can't see your friends. So where do you find the inspiration to create your songs and your music?
But that's the thing, like I'm always out. I'm always like, like working. I'm always doing like random stuff. So I'm never at home. I'm never in my head. That's why I got to write, because I have like all the time in the world just to spend, diba, inside my head, like trying to figure out what had happened in the past years, diba? What had happened in my life, and then things that I, like what you said, like Pandora's box nga, things that I've hid in the box for a very long time. I had to pull out and kind of decode them and learn to parang express. There are a lot of things that are hard for me to express still, like a lot of things about my brother, a lot of things about, like just where I'm at right now. I don't want to spoil it because I might spoil the songs, and I'm really not there. But yeah, I just have all this time that I can. How do I explain it? It's so hard. Basta yeah, like I just like everything, like all the bad, all the good. Like, kasi when you're not doing anything, you tend to like think about how do I explain? It's so hard to explain it kasi.
I actually get. I think Rico and I get what you're trying to say, because it's so.
My head.
Yeah, it's so interesting that you say, like, my normal regular life is I'm always out. I'm always doing something. So because I'm so busy with that, I have no time to really just sit with my thoughts. And it turns out, in order for you to write and create, that's what you needed to do. You needed that pause. You needed to get in your head.
That's what I want my music to be then, to express myself and to share my story, everything that's happened to me. So like that's what a good album is, kasi if it really comes from you, if it's personal, if it's your heart, diba? Kasi
it's like the separation of a single and a full album, no? That's the part of work.
Those are the kinds of music that I truly enjoy. If it's like coming from the heart, there are a lot of artists who really take time to write and like bring all their emotions to the table. Jhené Aiko is one of my favorite artists. The Weeknd's latest album is also really good because it was like about, what had happened with his life. But yeah, if it's something personal, because you listen to these artists' music to get to know them better and get to like kind of connect with them. Diba?
Yeah.
And it's like sharing your story, and I haven't done that. Like, I know a lot of people know what happened in my life, but like in the details, not really.
Yeah.
Diba?
One thing, Nadine, that we've noticed, I guess all your fans know this, is that magaling kang yung magpigil ng emotion when it comes to certain situation. When you are put to spot, on the spot by people, para bang ikaw lang parang, okay, the art of Deadma. You know when to.
I'm good at what do you call it? Swerving.
Yeah.
You're good at swerving, but you're also very honest and very frank. I think that's what a lot of people appreciate about you, especially for an artista, for a celebrity, for personality. There are times when I'm sure other celebrities are like, okay, I'm so afraid to like call it out, but you're just like, listen, I'm gonna say what I feel and how I think about the situation, take it or leave it. I think that's something people really appreciate.
Yeah, because I want a lot of people to learn from me. I'm a huge fan of Lady Gaga, and like I always watch her documentary on Netflix, 5'2", and every time I watch, but I think I watched it like more than 10 times now, and every time I watch it, I just fall in love like all over again, because she's real. She's she's honest. Like, she's not afraid to show everyone who she really is. And I'm learning from that. And I want people to learn from me as well, the way I'm learning from her. Diba? Like, I want to inspire people to be themselves and not be afraid to, to show them like who they really are. And to me, kasi like people, I see a lot of DMs na asking me like, how are you so strong? Like, how do you get over this? Blah, blah. Just asking for advice. And it's nice. Like, I like that they look up to me and see me as someone who is very, who's strong. Diba? And it's nice to be that person, because at the same time, maybe maybe it rubs off on them and makes them feel like, if she can do this, if Nadine can do this, I can do this as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people are struggling with a lot of things, a lot of different things, and I want to be kind of like the poster girl, at least their poster girl, or someone who's really strong, someone who's like, just who knows that you can get through anything and everything.
All Out with Rico and Karla. All out music and all out fun. Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. only on Manila's hottest Monster RX93.1.